December 26, 2023. The Red Sea. 3 ballistic missiles scream toward the USS Laboon at thousands of miles per hour. The destroyer has seconds to respond, and in those seconds, it does something no other weapon system on the planet can do. It intercepts all 3 missiles in their terminal phase, using a missile originally designed to shoot down aircraft. Over the past 15 months, the Navy has fired 80 SM-6 missiles in combat against Houthi attacks in the Red Sea. Not 80 total munitions, 80 of this single missile type. And here's what makes that number absolutely insane. The SM-6 wasn't just stopping ballistic missiles. It was simultaneously destroying cruise missiles, drones, and in at least one test, proving it can kill ships from 250 miles away. The SM-6 is 3 missiles in one. The only weapon that can perform anti-air warfare, anti-surface warfare, and ballistic missile defense. And that statement isn't marketing hype. It's combat-proven reality. Let me show you why this missile is rewriting the rules of naval warfare, and why adversaries are scrambling to figure out how to counter something this versatile. The SM-6 represents something extraordinary in weapons development. Platform that keeps gaining capabilities its designers never originally intended. It was designed for extended range anti-air warfare, providing capability against fixed and rotary wing aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles, and anti-ship cruise missiles in flight. But then engineers realized something. The missile uses the airframe of the earlier SM-2ER Block 4 missile, adding the active radar homing seeker from the AIM-120C AMRAAM in place of the semi-active seeker of the previous design. That active seeker meant the missile could find targets on its own, without needing the launching ship to guide it all the way. And once you have an active seeker with over-the-horizon range, suddenly you're not limited to air defense anymore. In February 2016, Secretary of Defense Ash Carter announced the Navy's intention to upgrade SM-6 to perform anti-ship strike missions. He described it as creating a brand new capability from an existing air defense weapon. By 2021, the USS John Finn demonstrated this new role spectacularly, striking a simulated naval target from 250 miles away.
Now here's where it gets even more interesting. The Navy is developing an upgraded version called the SM-6 Block IB, and this variant is being designed specifically to intercept hypersonic missiles, weapons that everyone agrees are nearly impossible to stop. The Block IB variant is intended to achieve hypersonic speeds, making it highly effective against both aerial and surface targets. In January 2018, Navy approved plans to develop the SM-6 Block IB, which features a larger 21-inch diameter rocket motor, instead of the current 13.5-inch. That doesn't sound like much until you understand what it means. The new SM-6 Block IB design shows a departure from the original version. The new design bears similarities to the SM-3 Block OIA missiles, with the first stage booster being larger than in previous versions, with changes aimed at reducing the missile's aerodynamic stresses at hypersonic speeds. The missile's capabilities against hypersonic threats aren't theoretical anymore. In March 2025, the USS Pinckney participated in Flight Test Other 40, codenamed Stellar Banshee, in which a virtualized SM-6 Block IAU interceptor was tested against a live multi-stage medium-range ballistic missile test target that utilized a new and previously untested type of hypersonic warhead. The test validated a variety of systems, including modern hypersonic missile tracking satellites, the Block IAU version of SM-6, and the ability of the Aegis weapon system to track hypersonic targets. In 2022, now retired Navy Vice Admiral John Hill, then head of the Missile Defense Agency, said that the SM-6 series is really the nation's only hypersonic defense capability. Read that again. The only capability, not the best option. The only option, but there's a catch with these capabilities, and it's one that reveals both the weapon's importance and its limitations. SM-2 missiles are priced at about $2.1 million apiece, while the SM-6 missiles cost about $3.9 million each. When you're firing 80 of them in 15 months, that's over $300 million in missiles alone. Critics love to point out the cost disparity, spending $4 million to shoot down a drone that might cost a few thousand. But here's what those critics miss. On January 30th, 2024, something terrifying almost happened. A U.S. warship came within seconds of being struck by a Houthi missile when a phalanx close-in weapon system shot down the anti-ship missile around 1 mile from the USS Gravely. If the missile was around 1.6 kilometers from the USS Gravely, it could have been as close as 5 seconds away from hitting the ship. 5 seconds. That's the difference between a $4 million interceptor and a $2 billion destroyer exploding in the Red Sea with 300 sailors aboard. Suddenly, the cost calculation looks very different. The versatility of the SM-6 creates tactical advantages that go beyond simple cost analysis. The Navy long ago demonstrated the ability of ships to engage targets they cannot directly see with their own sensors, using SM-6 missiles with the help of data provided by aircraft flying above. This is called Cooperative Engagement Capability, and it turns every SM-6 equipped ship into a node in a distributed network. An E-2 Hawkeye flying 200 miles away spots an incoming cruise missile. It transmits targeting data through the network. A destroyer that can't see the threat fires an SM-6 based purely on that external data. The missile flies over the horizon, acquires the target with its own active seeker, and destroys the threat before it ever enters the ship's radar range. The defender never exposed itself. The attacker never knew what killed it. Estimates of the SM-6's range vary. Its official published range is 130 nautical miles. But it could be anywhere from 200 nautical miles to as much as 250 nautical miles. The actual range is classified, and that uncertainty itself becomes a weapon. Adversaries can't confidently operate anywhere within potentially 250 miles of an SM-6 equipped ship without risking destruction. The international demand for this weapon reveals how revolutionary it is. Major international contracts total over $8.1 billion. With Australia leading with $4.7 billion invested in comprehensive SM-2 and SM-6 integration. Japan represents the largest single missile purchase with combined contracts totaling $1.35 billion. These aren't symbolic purchases. These are countries betting their naval defense strategies on this single weapon system. And the weapon keeps evolving. In July 2024, the U.S. Navy announced it had operationally deployed an air-launched variant of the SM-6, designated AM-174B Standard Missile 6 air-launched configuration. Now, FA-18 Super Hornets are carrying what amounts to a shipboard air defense missile as an air-to-air weapon. The AM-174 has a confirmed range of 150 miles, though it is widely speculated that the range may be much greater. Think about the implications. A Super Hornet can launch a missile with potentially 3 times the range of an AMRAAM, giving American naval aviation a reach advantage that changes how air combat works. Enemy fighters that thought they were safely beyond engagement range suddenly aren't. And if the air-launched version inherits the surface strike capability of the ship-launched variant, now carrier air wings can hit enemy ships from distances that make carrier defense far easier. The SM-6 represents something rare in military technology. A weapon that exceeded its original design parameters so dramatically that it created entirely new tactical possibilities. It started as an extended-range air defense missile. It became a ship killer, then a ballistic missile interceptor. Now it's being positioned as the primary defense against hypersonic weapons that supposedly can't be stopped. The upcoming SM-6 Block IB variant began production in late FY 2024 with initial operational capability projected for 2027. When that variant enters service with its hypersonic speed and enhanced kinematics, the gap between the SM-6 and every other naval weapon system will widen even further. The Navy is planning to acquire 1,800 SM-6 missiles total. Current production is ramping from 125 missiles annually to 300 by 2028, and every ship being built or modernized is being configured to carry them. This isn't an experimental weapon anymore. It's becoming the foundation of American naval defense, the one system trusted to handle every aerial threat from drones to hypersonic missiles, plus surface ships as a bonus. The SM-6 is 3 missiles in one, but that undersells what it really represents. It's a fundamental rethinking of what a naval weapon can be. Versatile enough to handle any mission, advanced enough to keep evolving, and combat-proven enough that allies are betting billions that it's the future of naval warfare. And based on what's happening in the Red Sea, they're probably right.